For over the last 35 years, we've been making all sorts of holographic images, both displays, art, science work. Pretty much anything holographic is done here. I'm Jason Sapan, and we're at Holographic Studios in Manhattan. It's the world's oldest gallery of holography. I sort of grew up into the medium. My father was an electrical engineer, and his company built many of the scientific displays for AT&T's Bell Telephone Laboratories. He had told me that there was a job opening in 1968 across the street from Radio City at the Time Life building, where they were showing new technologies, and holography, lasers were very much central to that exhibit. So I got introduced to the medium when I was very young and started working with it way before people had ever heard about holography. In holography, we're trying to balance between the vibrations that are intrinsic in the world around us, especially in a city like New York, with subways and all sorts of industrial traffic and machinery, against the need to record something that is submicroscopic in size. So we're taking laser light. Laser is the purest form of light. A laser is to light what a tuning fork would be to sound. It is a pure wave, and anything that they impact on will change the perfectness of their shape. So we're leaving an imprint, almost like a tire leaving its tread tracks in the soft soil, and we're getting an identical three-dimensional copy down to the size of the light wave. So if we were shooting an image and there was a bead of water on a microscope slide, and in that there were amoeba and paramecium, we'd be able to see all of that in the hologram. When we're making a simple hologram, we would take a laser, put it through a lens that would spread it out. The lens actually has a little pinhole, a microscopic 10-micron pinhole that the light passes through to filter it, and then it spreads to cover the entire object. And the way we record it is by having a second wave of light interfere with it, and the pattern that these two light waves make together is stored inside the thickness of a piece of photographic film. Portraits start today around $2,500. If you go back to the 80s, I think I was charging about $700 for the same thing. But my costs, have gone up. I mean, holographic film, I would buy a roll of it, it would be maybe $185. Today, that same roll of film is thousands of dollars. It's funny to be the oldest of your kind, It's like, you worry about extinction when you're the oldest. There were people who were around for a long time, but for a variety of reasons, they didn't sustain. And there just aren't places that have, started at the beginning and stayed in the medium. But I think it's our place to keep the torch burning, and keep this medium alive.